Paul driving right on Amen Thompson with 4. Bounce pass to Clay. Bounce pass inside to Trace. Oh, my! He throws it. 99-83. Jalen Green from 70 feet away. Strong and an emphatic finish to the third for Trace Jackson Davis of Golden State.
Kevin Dad,
I love him. I love him so much.
TJD. What a call right there. 888-957-9570. I don't think you tinker with the starting lineup here. But since Devontae in Mississippi led us this way, because I'm starting to see some tweets, and I'm starting to see some texts, and when it comes to flipping and flopping, 1 minute is blow the team up, trade everybody. Now it's, you know what? The Warriors may go all the way. So I asked the callers.
That's a little strong.
I asked the question right now. For the callers out there, 888-957-9570. The Warriors will do some damage in the Western Conference playoffs if, and you guys can fill in the blank.
Ooh, I like that.
The Warriors will do some damage in the playoffs if, fill in the blank. Do you believe the Warriors are on the cusp of making a big-time run? We do have Shirley shut out to 12 minutes. And what does that run look like? What needs to happen for the Warriors to do some damage in the Western Conference? Steve Kerr said it. He keeps saying it. I really believe we can do some damage in the West. They are deep. They do have experience. They do.
Here's what I would say.
Xavier, why is Xavier on YouTube saying that? Come on, man.
give me the sentence and I'll fill in the blank.
The Warriors will do some damage in the playoffs if
they all sacrifice their own individual desires and play as one unit. Whether it's a Jonathan Kuminga accepting the role off the bench and making the most of that. Whether it's a TJD understanding that certain matchups, he's going to play a lot. Other ones, maybe it's Dre at the small ball 5. Klay Thompson understanding when he's hot, keep riding it. Keep riding that hand. But maybe when he's not, be a little more discerning. Chris Paul, some nights I'm going to need you 30. Sometimes it might only be 21. And you're going to have to be okay with that because it's the greater good. To me, everyone accepting their role and falling in line and worrying about all the other stuff at the end of the year. Let the chips fall where they may. Let's focus on the task at hand, and let's try to annihilate whoever the opponent is in front of us based on the matchups and form. Everyone on the same page, rowing the boat in the same direction.
Steve Kerr yesterday. Go ahead, roll us, Spadoni.
I do know that we're playing at a high level right now. We're playing good two-way basketball. Our defense has been excellent for the most part until last game. I think we've taken really good care of the ball the last couple of months. Really cutting back the turnovers, which has helped, and the guys are really connected. They're really playing together, supporting each other. It's been a really fun season coaching the group because they've all been so great. We're just desperately trying to get into the playoffs because I think we could do some damage if we get there.
There it is. Are you with Steve Kerr right there? 888-957-9570. Let's go to Sean in Oakland. Sean in Oakland,
hey,
what's
Sean.
happening? You're on the roast.
Yo, fellas, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, the Warriors do some damage. I think they absolutely, positively have to get to that 8th seed. I don't want to see them playing 2 playing games. I know they're on a roll, but I'm concerned if they were at 9 or 10. So I think they need to finish off the season strong. Hope they go 6-0 to complete. Get to that 48-win mark. Maybe there's some slippage with New Orleans and also Sacramento, and they bump up to at least get to 8. But I think they have to get to 8 in order to make a deep run.
All right, I respect that. Kim in San Jose. Kim, what's happening? You're on the roast here on 95.7 The Game.
Hey, man, as far as us going to the finals, first thing we need is stop getting turnovers. We getting so many turnovers.
Sure.
And then another one, keep the lead when you get in the third and fourth quarter. Keep the lead when you get in the third and fourth quarter, and we can beat anybody.
Do you believe, Kim? Do you have faith that the Warriors can actually do some major damage because of those two things?
Man, I am a true Warrior fan, yes. All we got to do is stop getting turnovers and keep our lead in the third and fourth quarter where we get a big lead.
There it is. They turned the ball over 15 times yesterday in the first half.
Yeah.
Good thing they're playing the Rockets, who cannot shoot the 3-point shot. They're one of the worst teams when it comes to shooting the 3. But I'm not gonna nitpick about these wins. They've won 6 in a row. They've actually won 42 games. They win 2 more They tie last year's win total,
crazy.
which is kind of insane.
It is kind of crazy. Let me ask you, in terms of improbable championships in the Bay Area, the first one for the Niners was very improbable because they had never done it and whatever. It was like their
But
long
they had home field advantage, though.
I know, but they were a long shot by most people's estimates.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys was America's team, but they did have home field advantage.
Which one of the Niner ones was the most improbable then?
To me, was 88, Bill Walsh's last year.
Even though they were already
They were 10
champions,
but they were 10-6. They had the quarterback controversy. They were struggling a bit, and they got on a run late. So, that to me was improbable. They had to go to Soldier Field to beat the Bears in cold-ass Chicago.
Okay, who had also were champions a couple years prior. The Giants coming out of the wild card, that one was pretty improbable.
Which one? 2014?
Yes.
That's the most improbable championship, I think. I said in 1975 because I don't want Rick Barry to cancel me.
Yeah.
That probably was the most improbable championship.
Let's just say last 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay. If the Warriors were to get to the championship, that would feel as improbable as any of those other ones, even though their resumes are so decorated.
Absolutely.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Like, does anything come close? Does the Sharks getting to the finals come close?
Oh, the Sharks were good for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they're good for a long time.
I don't want to dismiss them.
I think their probable run they had against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Lutman, didn't the Sharks come back from 0-3 against the Vegas Knights? Did they come down from 3-1 or 0-3?
They were down 0-3. Yeah, it was.
They won 4 straight.
Wait, no, that wasn't against the Knights. There was the game against the Knights where they were down like 3-0 in the game, and then they scored like 5 straight. That was game
4
7.
straight.
That was game 7.
That was game 7.
Yeah, Pavs got knocked down, and there's like a 10-minute penalty, and the Sharks just went on an amazing run there.
But we can all agree, like if this were a normal playoffs, like they're not even the wild card; they're in the play-in to get into the playoffs. Like this is a pretty improbable situation that they find themselves in.
Sharks were now 3-1 to the Vegas Knights. They won 3 straight, and they scored 4 straight goals. Vegas tied it. They went to overtime. Sharks won. What a game to be at. That was one of the sickest games I've ever been to in my life.
We believe, obviously, clearly, very improbable.
Yeah, they went 9-1 over the last 10 games to make the playoffs.
They felt very different after the trade, though. It was a completely different team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right?
They went 9-1 over the last 10. They got healthy, and they went on a run there. So
and to beat Dirk when he was the MVP, there was a lot.
Don Nelson has some intel on them, and he outcoached Avery Johnson, and he knew how to play Dirk Nowitzki. By the way, shameless shout-outs coming up in 6 minutes. Line them up, or 5 minutes, I should say. 888-957-9570.
Also, remember... Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off there, Bonte. But remember the Warriors the Warriors did go 4-0 against the Mavericks that year in that We Believe year as well. So that was
didn't they lay down on one of the games?
The Mavericks laid down on the game, and who was it that the Mavericks laid down against the Warriors, and I believe it was either the Blazers or the Clippers who were like, really? You guys are going to lay down? They wanted to avoid us.
The Clippers, because the Clippers were in 9th at that time. So, yeah, that they probably would have been.
Clippers.
Josh Howard was so sick for those Dallas Mavericks.
He was sick.
I was as a Josh Howard fan.
888-957-9570 is the number. Shameless shout-outs coming up. Shout out whoever. Shout out your church today. Shout out your pastor. Shout out your or your preacher. Even shout out your reverend who likes to steal money from everybody. Like there's some shadiness in these churches. You tell me you haven't seen these documentaries with these preachers in these churches funneling money and getting rich off of them. All of a sudden, these reverends got houses on the hills with 5 cars. Come on, man. Out here talking about I praise Jesus. No, you're pickpocketing people, sinning at the same time, praising Jesus while stealing money from people. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to do that right now. Let me not do that because I got Star Wars fans on my head. Now I'm going to get a cult following and people say, oh, Bonte doesn't believe in Jesus Christ. He's anti-religion. No. I'm not going to do it. But I've watched these documentaries. I know. All right.
It's okay. You can say there's bad people in every religion. There's bad people everywhere. Yes, it's okay.
Don't be a bad boy.
There you
bad
go.
people out here saying
bad boy for life.
That's what now you know where I was going.
Pray to Jesus on a Sunday when you was out in the club drinking Moet and everything on a Saturday night.
Jesus turned water into wine.
Oh my gosh, that's good. That's a 4. 888-957-9570. The Warriors will do some damage in the playoffs.
He gave you a back turn.
Oh my gosh.
Over the shoulder 4. That was hilarious.
Guys out there hotboxing their car at 5 a.m. and then wake up 3 hours later talking about I'm going to go to the Lord's house and pray. Hey, come on, man. Jason in Oakley, what's happening?
Hi, Jason.
Stop!
Hey, how's it going? I'm a first-time caller.
What's up, Jason?
Guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm ready to answer that question.
So Bonte set up the phrase.
Oh, you want me to re-ask the question? Okay.
Yeah.
The Warriors would do some damage in the playoffs if
Curry, Clay, and Wiggins could average 70 points.
Ooh. So you need Steph with 25, Clay with 25. That's asking a lot for these guys. From these guys. Can I get 60? What about 60, Jason?
You know what? I forgot about Kuminga, too, when he comes back.
Okay, so those four averaging 80 points.
Maybe around there, 70 to 80 points, play some good defense. We got, Trace, so I think we should be good.
I'm not mad at that.
We need to play when he does. I'm not mad at that. We got to do the Tupac. I'm not mad at you.
I'm not mad at you.
Danny Boy, sing the hook.
I got so confused. I introduced him as I asked the question again. Shimon, shut up. Line him up, man. What a show. We got Ron Adams coming up at 8:30.
Rockets, come out and play.
What is going on here? So
the Rockets coming out to
Friday.
play.
I know, it's so
It's
goofy.
opening day.
Oh, man.
After this, I ain't got no job, and I got a place to be.
Well, I got a job.
Oracle Park.
I got a job. I got a place to be, too. By the way, I got to figure out how to get to NBC today with all that traffic down there. Now I'm stressed.
Well, I figured
Stage
you'd
took
have
a huge turn.
I figured you'd have a, presidential, cavalcade taking you down there.
Why would I have that?
Well, you're the king.
No, I'm not the king, man. I'm not the king.
I was told they have a
king.
helicopter pad on top of the studio.
Do they really? I wish I had, dude. I'm telling you, the helicopter.
Do they really? I haven't been there.
Hey, listen.
They installed it for you.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, dude. And it took me on a helicopter in Hawaii. It was the most beautiful thing ever.
I'm scared of helicopters.
I believe it.
Am I alone in that?
Which island were you flying over?
What?
We went from Maui to the next island over. What's the next island over? I don't know.
There's the big one, and then there's the I don't know what the other one.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I gotta ask Anna. I always
Google it really quick.
my memory.
Yeah, my geography of Hawaii.
My brain only intakes sports takes and sports nuggets and things like the Toyota Center or where the Warriors are playing today. It's not the American Airlines Center anymore, is it? No, I think it's still the AAC in Dallas. You ever watched the movie First Sunday?
First Sunday?
Ice Cube, Tracy Morgan.
I don't think I have.
Cat Williams. It's one hell of a movie.